be one of those. You know, we had first off MVP looking way better than Kongdu going into that series, and then it was 3 games down to the wire, and now once again BBQ really handing it to SKT.
Coming in and trying to, for the suppression might help, as there's going to be a blind pick top lane Cassiopeia. We mentioned that Tal has been playing it in solo queue, and he's willing to blind pick top lane Cassia.
What the heck? Okay. She is certainly going to have push advantage against a lot of things. She is a bully.
Lane to Caitlyn and Braum. When you look at the matchups, Azir may have the push on Kassadin, but I feel like you can play around bot side and top side when you're the Olaf and start to invade. And there's not so many options here for BBQ. So we said weird and wonderful. This one errs very much on the weird for me when I look at BBQ. And SKT may be taking the Braum as a very strong laner. It's not working. It's in the mid lane.
Yeah, Riftwalk comes in and Trick just picks it up. The coolest game of tennis I've seen for a long time. And that's first blood.
That was really nicely played. The Predator was popped late. No ability to see that one coming. Outplayed by Temp. We said this guy is good. Volleyball, by the way. Get to see the replay. Like you say, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows the soldier position. There's Trick. Faker uses flash, but no ability to get out from that one. Does die for the auto attack following. Champion. That was the way they played. It's a nice little trade from Crazy.
Yeah, Tal's in trouble. Call the Forge God coming down as the Petrifying Gaze goes wide. Crazy holding the timing really nicely on that. Have a lot of damage. Oh, gets on top of Faker. He's got Riftwalk, but he gets pulled back. The rocket jump comes in. He's so far away from his base as Ghost flashes in, grabs the kill, and Faker 100% of the deaths.
They take 3 flashes here. Is it worth it? My first instinct is no. Magic resist heavily in the build, so on the most combat stats.
Well, they should be able to get a Ragnarok here, and yeah, Blank is going to throw it down. An opportunity lost.
Pull down.
Yeah, that is a huge deal. We've got Impale available from Trick now as well.
Walks up for the steal.
Yeah, Blank not going to be able to get it. Glacial Fissure comes down. Tempt off to the side, maybe in the wrong place, but Battle Dance gets Tempt out of the way as Crazy gets the knock up once again for a very long time, and that's the back coming in from Faker. The teleport's going to be too late. So they are going to take that one down, deliver it over to Trick.
Side of BBQ.
Yeah, the 3rd dragon in a row for BBQ as well, so it's down to half health. Trick, he's going to go down to half, and Faker wants to try and find his flank. Wolf over to the side as Ghost jumps over. Wolf in a lot of trouble. That's the first dragon going over to SKT, but the quickness comes down. They're looking for it from Ignite. He just explodes, but Wolf is going to be traded. It is support for support, but Faker's still alive. Ghost gets delivered an ace in the hole and gets very annoyed at 10.
Consider the
Okay, the 2 members have now been spotted out in the pit. It's now Trick. He could be in trouble. Flashes his way over. They do group up with the team. Ghost just straight up kills Bang. All right. Thankfully, Wolf is going to stop Call of the Forge God, so the follow-up engage isn't there. But Faker, once again, Rift walking over, and Ghost is just gatekeeping right now. It's not taking as much damage as they'd otherwise like. Miasma not in a brilliant position, but SKT get themselves over. There's the delivery, is jumping into the back line. Trick, able to lock down the Cassiopeia. We knew one of them was going to die as Faker. It's just going to burn to death by Ignar, and Ghost wants kill after kill.
It's Baron time. Atlas, they got the kills they wanted. Nice turn by Temp to invest his flash. Lank might
single time in this series.
Let's go all the way over here and consider what happened. That's the initial burst, and then Ghost had plenty of wheat picks this morning. Just assassinates him in the back line. Those are the big brass as well. How are they going to get to it with Cassio and Faker on the Kassadin? It's going to be tricky.
Yeah, well, they're just going to grab Faker. Nice double knock up, and Riftwalk is going to get Faker out of the way. Wolf getting a lot of money's worth for his Unbreakable, but it's not going to be enough. Ghost, 3 items, so much damage, and Crazy comes in and says, you wanted an Orn? I guess they didn't really mind because the tower's still going to fall down.
It's
looking to break the base.
Ever. They can't do anything against it at all.
28 minutes in goes Ignar. They still want to fight. As Tal comes out with a Seraph's Embrace. Used the ultimate there as well. Just didn't find anyone. Battle Dance gets Ignar out. He doesn't even need his partner in crime in the side. He smells blood at all times.
Unbreakable downs. They could also use the Ornn ultimate freely for the next 5 or 6 seconds.
Yep, get their way through, and they hear you, Papa Smithy. They are going to throw it back. It's going to knock up Bang, but they just want to buy time, and they don't need very much of that at all. Base broken 2 places with the first Baron. 30 minutes into the game,
and the 3rd inhibitor turret broken.
Can't put banner on super creeps, which is why we see these mega melees just fighting on in.
But that means Faker's not there, so you walk up, you get a couple of shots, you back away. Not sure where the gold is at in terms of unspent gold, but maybe BBQ need to take the shopping trip soon. I'd say they've done enough with this steal, but so far BBQ have been good at catching the Olaf. Speaking of,
Yep, Blank is going to get knocked up. Oh, the double knockout comes in, but Ragnarok just in time. Player of CC was almost there as Trick flashes forward, but Wolf has himself the QSS actually already picked up. FAKER thinks there's enough cooldowns down, but there aren't actually any. He can't get the damage done that he needs.
Onto the Braum. Ignar's here!
Flanking. Grand Entrance doesn't do it, but the quickness is going to bring Tal over. He flashes out. Seraph's Embrace a little bit early. And Redemption. BBQ looking for the turnaround. Crazy. That actually means a lot given his amount of magic resist.
Ignar missed it all, and all of the inhibitors have respawned.
Hacking down that inhibitor.
He has so much attack speed.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
He's going to get it too. Oh, he got distracted.
No.
He got really distracted.
No. He needs to do the loop. He's trying to dodge out of the miasma.
He's just not a man with a plan, it seems like.
Well, I mean, Tal, what is he going to do? Have an evil conversation with it? It's not like he can hurt the guy.
Well, it doesn't kill the inhibitor, and that's the big...
Control wards everywhere, so any extra... Okay, Blank. Couple more autos, and he's just dead, and Ghost is going to be able to pick that one up. The Q from Tempt was enough to help out, and that is just unacceptable. That's the jungler dead. A Baron now going to go once again over to BBQ. And there are open inhibitors. What does SKT do 4v5 against this comp?
He may not be bro love, but he was a bro in that one. Unfortunately for the enemy team, he gets caught. They're going for more. They want to close the game with this.
Yep, Call of the Forge God can get eaten by the Unbreakable, but they just wanted to kill the Braum. Trick jumps his way forward. They find Cassidy. Grand Entrance for the follow-up. See you later. And there it is. They just deliver all of the damage from the magic damage dealers into the backline, and they just snap it up. 10-1 in kills, and BBQ look brilliant this game. Ghost may not actually want that 1v1, but he's going to have a redemption. He's going to be able to take down, but the solo laners aren't here, and look at the damage to these Nexus turrets. The first one died in an instant, the second one going to follow suit. The Olaf is going to follow even faster as Wolf with the Unbreakable. It doesn't matter, you can't defend. You're dead. Nexus now as BBQ upset SKT in one of our longest nights we've had so far.
A massive upset by BBQ Olivers, and the effect it has on the season for both is palpable. SK Telecom T1 and now still a match behind Rox Tigers with 3 to play. Both of them play KSV. Maybe SKT want to have the biggest heist to make it to playoffs. They could try to beat KSV and hope KSV can take down the team of BBQ, but you see Wolf head in hands because he understands that suddenly it's not in the control wholly of SK Telecom T1. Suddenly they need results to go their way. And this season that has gone so far off book for SKT, the hype train is off the rails, and there's not really much else to say. They need things to go their way, and SKT's squad, when you think about how much they had to toil to beat BBQ, even if they pull off the majesty,
it's looking so far away.
Yeah, being a match behind Rox is just so devastating now for SKT. The difference is between an MVP versus a Jin Air Green Wings. And if you can't take down BBQ, it's just going to be an awful time. Rox Tigers looking to actually make their way back in. You remember, they stole that match off KT. Certainly wasn't something that SKT could do.
So hard to watch some of these players. Very emotionally affected because, of course, it went so long. Game ends after midnight, 20 minutes past midnight local time in Korea.
Were super interesting. We haven't seen a lot of what has been happening today throughout 8.4. It's like everything took a turn for the weird on what was second last week, first day at OGN. I seem to have some sort of blessing. I can give you guys the most League of Legends ever, almost consistently.
And this is the fans at home. See how frustrated Blank is on your screen. He knows the fans will have plenty to say about him, but it was a team effort to go through the problems that SKT have, a squad effort. They've had so many different combinations of players, and none of them have hit big. But it's starting to hit the players where they are at. SK Telecom is looking outsiders to make top 5 after being the second place team in the world at the World Championships in Beijing in front of the biggest crowd that's ever been there for a League of Legends event. Everyone is decimated on their side, understandably. Whereas for BBQ, a super hard-fought victory. They have beaten Kingzone Dragon X and SKT in the same season. Big carry performance from Ghost in this game. But it's what it all means and what